Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. We are finally getting around to using these absolutely gorgeous mushroom molds. These were sent to me ages ago by Let's Resin. If you missed that unboxing, I'll link the video here. They sent me some pretty cool stuff. Now, I am a Let's Resin affiliate, so everything you need will be down in the description box below, including your codes for Canada, USA and UK Let's Resin. You can get your hands on these gorgeous mushrooms. Now, one is a pot mold and there are two solids, and I'm also going to be molding a pumpkin in this video, which I didn't show right here in the intro. I am using these flowers again. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I am just so in love, and when something works and I become a tad obsessed with it, I just can't stop. But fear not, my Halloween videos will be starting very, very soon, and I am so excited for Halloween. I am practically bursting at the seams. The plan for this video is to use these flowers but with just clear resin. You would have seen me use these flowers in previous videos where we use all of the beautiful autumn colours, the browns, the golds, the creams and all of that. But I was absolutely busting to see how these would look if we just use clear. Just clear. Absolutely nothing else to get that absolutely stunning transparent resin. Yeah, I was just keeping all things crossed it would work. Now I am going to be using the Apex, so the same resin that I used for the large pot mold. You would have seen that last week. I'm using the same resin again because I know it works. It works a dream, and I'm hoping that it will work just as well in these molds. Now the mold on the right hand side that you can see is actually a lidded pot. The mold I'm actually filling right now, I made a bit of a mistake. I just grabbed it and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make a lot of resin. We'll do as much as we can. And I grabbed it thinking it was the tea light holder, the pumpkin tea light holder, but it wasn't. It was the pumpkin pot base, and sadly I didn't make the lid, but that's okay. We can make the lid on another day. I'm literally just placing flowers down into all of these molds. Now, the mold on the top right and the mold on the bottom left, they're kind of easy. They're going to do the work for me. They're going to hold the flowers in place for me. But I was a bit nervous about the lid of the mushroom and also top left. I was nervous about that one as well because the opening was so wide. I was thinking, how are these flowers going to stay? How am I going to stop these flowers from floating? And the only real answer I had was to just pack them in there. Like, I put in as many as I could physically put in, and I put them all in kind of tangled in amongst each other in the hopes that that would hold them in place and they wouldn't just all float to the top of the mold when it came to pouring the resin in. So how much you put in, again, is entirely up to you, and I definitely will invest in some more flowers at some stage. But I did buy quite a lot of these dried flowers. These dried flowers are on Amazon and they are linked below in my Amazon storefronts. So if you are interested, then do check out my description box as well. And of course, don't forget, Let's Resin is also linked below there. Sadly, I could not find these flowers on the Australian Amazon store. So I have signed up to be an Australian Amazon affiliate. Sadly, it's not yet a storefront. You don't actually get your storefront until you've been an affiliate for quite a while. At the moment, it's just individual links. For anyone watching from Australia, I couldn't find these exact flowers, but I have linked some alternatives for you. It's like a 3-pack, and one of the packs are these ones, and the other two are just really lovely, bright spring multicolour flowers. Anyway, back to the video. I did speed this up, of course, because really all I'm doing is putting flowers in molds, and you really don't need to sit through that in real time because, trust me, it took a while. Next up, I need to don my PPE, get my resin mixed and start to pour, but this is what they're looking like. They're looking absolutely beautiful. Now, my initial gut was telling me that even though this resin I'm using is not designed for deep pours, The pots tend to be okay because the pots are thin. They're quite thin walled. Like top right has got a nice thin wall. Bottom left is a bit more chunky. So there's definitely a chance of seeing some discoloration with these flowers and these petals, because what happens is, if you are new to resin, if you place anything natural like this, like flowers, dried leaves, dried petals, if you place anything like this into resin, there is a possibility that they will burn. But for me right now, that's not such a bad thing. I think it will take them from potential wedding flowers to more of an autumnal colour, if that makes sense. Let me know if you have tried putting flowers in resin. Ideally, in an ideal world, you would be using your deep pour resin with this mold in particular, because that takes a lot of resin, and there's a lot of flowers packed in there as well. The best advice I can give for this is to just pour your resin in one place. You can see here, I'm pouring it in one place, and that resin is going to do all the work. It's going to go right down into the bottom of the mold. It's going to work its way all the way around, and then it's going to slowly rise up, taking all of those flowers with it as it goes and coating the flowers from the bottom up. If I was to just pour this resin in like super fast or pour it all over the place, then there's more of a risk of air getting trapped in areas that we really don't want it to get trapped. So that's one piece of advice I can give you for this. If you're doing something like this, keep your resin pouring in exactly the same spot and allow the resin to do all of the work. It really is so easy. This is the lid. Honestly, I love these flowers so much. Like I said, Halloween is coming very soon. I think I've only got 2 videos left after this one, 2 or 3 videos left after this one, and then we are going full steam ahead into Halloween season, and I've already filmed 3 videos. I'm just obsessed with all things Halloween, and then I'm not even gonna say the C word, because then we know we're gonna go on to, okay, I'm gonna say it, Christmas. Anyway, Halloween first, Claire, calm down. What you saw me do there is just use my cotton bud to get down and inside around the inner lip, because some of the air can get trapped there. Now the bottoms of these will need a little bit of a light sand, because some of those flowers did surface, they did come up and they came through the surface of the resin, but it's really not a problem. We can sand those down. And my best advice to demold these is really just to stick your finger down in. The silicone is super squishy, but it needs to be this squishy to be able to demold. So get your finger and just shove it down in between the resin and the silicone and just loosen it up, breaking that suction barrier between the resin and the silicone mold. And oh my goodness me, look at this clarity. Look at this clarity. Absolutely stunning. Like stunning. You can already see the discoloration in all of these flowers, even the twigs, the chunky flowers, the small petals. It has all gone a slight darker shade of cream. It's no longer that real white cream. They've all gone like a browny, even more beautiful autumn tones. It was only at this point, guys, I realized this was not the pumpkin tea light mold. This was actually the lidded pot, because I saw the little divot. I was like, why did I just grab it? Why didn't I check? Either way, it's okay. I can make the lid to go with it. It's just not in this video. Now here's an example of what the flowers look like originally. So this pot here kept the original color for all of the flowers, the cream, the really light cream. It sustained it, because the wall is so thin. It's a really thin wall. So that just means that nothing in there got burned by the heat of the resin. When the resin cures, if you're new to resin, when resin cures, it heats up dramatically. And that's also what happened here. It was quite a deep pour on this one, and you can see some discoloration here, but I'm not mad about it. I love it. I absolutely think that, you know, doing something like this turns them from this gorgeous pale crispy white cream color to this absolutely stunning autumn, and I love this crystal clear resin. Absolutely, I mean, I've said it before, say it again, absolutely crystal clear. Now, if you are interested in this resin, this is the resin from Just For You online. This is the Apex, and everything will be linked down below in the description box alongside your discount code. It's just beautiful stuff, and I know so many of you are using the Apex right now. This is the little mini mushroom. How adorable is it? It's so cute, and you really have to see like up close to see all of that beautiful detail in there as well. So gorgeous. The only mold I didn't make was the other mushroom because I actually didn't have enough resin, and I figured I would just leave it for another day. But yeah, so we made 2 mushrooms and a little pumpkin, and this is my favorite bit. Now, the clarity in here, I am so happy that I did not pack this out. I didn't pack it out. I didn't go crazy with absolutely tons of flowers in there. We've got so many areas where it's completely transparent. I love it. I absolutely love this mushroom pot. Again, all from Let's Resin. So go ahead if you wanna get hold of these. They are there linked below. But I hope you've really enjoyed this one. This is some footage of them all together looking super beautiful in their simplicity. This is a perfect beginner resin project. If you've never done resin and you just want to get your hands in, you want to get your teeth stuck into it, it doesn't get any more simple than this. A few dried flowers, crystal clear resin, Bob's your uncle, and it is beautiful. Thank you so much if you've been with me in the live chat. I massively appreciate you taking time out of your evenings to join me there. And for anyone else watching, I massively appreciate you too. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.